Hi, my name is Amol Dalvi. I am the VP of Product at Nerdio. Our mission at Nerdio is to empower managed service providers to build successful cloud practices in Microsoft Azure. We launched Nerdio for Azure Professional and Enterprise editions with the goal of helping MSPs run their customers' virtual desktop-centric IT environments in Azure. We understand organizations are at varying stages in their journey to adopt the public cloud, and I'm excited to introduce a new edition called NFA Core for organizations who are just beginning their transition to the cloud. As the name suggests, Nerdio for Azure Core is our base plan and a non-virtual desktop-centric version of the existing NFA plans. NFA Core is designed to assist organizations take the first step towards adopting the cloud by leveraging Azure for servers, backups, disaster recovery, and IT. In a nutshell, Core makes it easy to take advantage of the infrastructure as a service functionality of Azure. Please watch our demo videos for more information. I am confident you will find Core a very useful solution in the journey to Azure. Thank you. First, let's look at how you can provision an IT environment in Azure. I have logged into Nerdio admin portal and will now click on the Add NFA account button. On this screen, the system needs three pieces of information from me. I need to provide the Azure tenant where I want to stand up my IT environment. I authorize Nerdio to connect to that tenant by clicking on the Connect to Azure button. Once connected, Nerdio asks you to make some choices about your Azure tenant. Next, I need to provide the Office 365 tenant that is hosting Azure AD and serving up Office 365 licenses. I can click the Connect to Office 365 button and follow the same process I just did for Azure. Finally, I enter the customer's company name and review some advanced options. That's all the information the system needs. Once I click Save, the system will start the process of creating the IT environment. Here's what that process looks like. The system goes through these steps to stand up the IT environment. This is an architecture diagram of the environment that is spun up. Nerdio will create two network security groups and place a domain controller in the LAN portion. A file server is not provisioned out of the box, but can be added later. Now that we have a solid foundation, let's move to the next stage and look at how we can build out the IT environment and manage it. Let's log in to the Core Heart IT environment. From the main menu on the left, you can see that you can administer users, groups, shared mailboxes, servers, firewall, VPN connections, backup, and various other items. Let's go to the servers module. On the screen, here's the default domain controller that stood up as part of the provisioning process that we just saw. We can see that it's a B2MS server with a E10 128 gig SSD disk. Since it's a B series VM, we can also see the credits that are banked. You can manage the server from the portal, and you have full access to the server via RDP as well. You can stand up new servers by clicking the Add Server button. Once the server has been provisioned, you can RDP into the server and install applications or create databases as required. Now, that approach works well if you have a lift and shift strategy. If you're looking to migrate existing servers over time, or perhaps even maintain an existing on-prem environment, use the Hybrid AD feature. Here's what you do. First, let's navigate to the VPN screen. Click the Add VPN Connection button, enter the details, and establish a VPN connection between the IT environment and the Azure IT environment. The next thing that's required is to set up a domain trust between the two IT environments. In the Domains module, click the Add Domain Trust button and enter all this information. We won't go through all the fields in this video. There's a comprehensive knowledge base articles that explains all the steps in good detail. Once you have the Azure IT environment connected to your local on-prem environment, you can migrate servers over at your own pace using tools available from Azure or off-the-shelf third-party products. One last thing, let's look at one of Nerdio's most popular feature, how Nerdio helps you estimate the cost of running IT in Azure. With Nerdio's cost estimator, you can work out the estimated cost before even spinning up any resources in Azure. Select the infrastructure as a service use case and answer a series of questions. For example, if you need a 2-core server, simply make that selection. There are many other options, dials that you can turn to get the right estimate. Click View Cost and get a detailed breakdown. That covers the NFA core plan at a high level. Thank you for watching.